Hello, you are watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. The vandalism of churches is continuing in Mexico. In the latest incident, thieves broke into the Cathedral of Hermosillo in the state of Sonora and desecrated the Blessed Sacrament. The incident occurred on Thursday the 5th of August when robbers broke in through the side door and destroyed the monstrance containing the Blessed Sacrament exposed for adoration with the intention of selling it in parts. Archdiocesan authorities have already filed a complaint and an investigation is on to capture the culprits. The cathedral was also vandalised in 2016 when a person burned the main door and damaged an image of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Last year, several churches across Mexico were attacked and desecrated by radical feminists during Women's Day rallies. Dozens of migrants are feared dead after the boat capsized off the coast of Dakhla in Morocco on Friday, August the 6th. According to reports prepared by a non-profit organisation specialising in migration, the boat bound for the Canary Islands was carrying 30 women, 4 men and 8 children. 10 people were rescued by fishermen, while a local daily has reported that 12 bodies were washed ashore on Friday. However, according to Elena Maleno, the founder of Caminando Fronteras, which is an aid agency working with migrants, neither the Spanish government nor the Moroccan authorities have confirmed the tragedy. According to the United Nations International Organization for Migration, more than 250 migrants have lost their lives in the first half of this year while trying to cross the Mediterranean. The Vatican has begun the process of creating a Catholic global compact on the family, which is a series of actions to promote the family based on the social doctrine of the Church. The initiative is part of the celebration of the Amoris Laetitia Family Year proclaimed by Pope Francis. The Catholic Global Compact on the Family was launched by the Dicastery for the Laity, Family and Life in association with the Pontifical Academy of Social Sciences and the International Centre of Family Studies in Milan in Italy. The compact will collect information and research on the cultural and anthropological importance of the family, with a special focus on the social value of the family and good practices of family policies at the global level. The Catholic Global Compact on the Family will be presented as part of a closing event of the Amoris Laetitia year before the World Meeting of Families in Rome next year. A recent study published in the online health publication BMJ Global Health has revealed that sex-selective abortions in several countries since 1970 will lead to an increase in the gender gap by 4.7 million over the next 9 years. The study says selective abortions in Southeast Europe as well as Southeast Asia have caused a hike in the sex ratio at birth, which is the ratio of male to female live births, causing a surplus of male births. This trend is the leading cause of the phenomenon known as missing women, where a population has much fewer females than males. According to the study, almost half of the recent shortage of females in the world is attributed to prenatal sex selection. The study also refers to a UN Population Fund report of 2020 that says in many societies sons are preferred over daughters, forcing couples to go to any lengths to avoid giving birth to a girl. A Catholic bishop in Sri Lanka has urged the government to expedite the probe into the suspicious death of a 16-year-old employed in the residence of a former minister and to take steps to end child labour. The cause of the child, named Ishani, who succumbed to burn injuries in hospital last month, was taken up by Bishop Vianney Fernando of Kandy in central Sri Lanka. An autopsy revealed the girl had been subjected to repeated sexual assault. The prelate appealed to the government to ensure the conviction of those who are responsible for the crime. The wife, father-in-law and brother of former Minister Rishad Batiuddin have been charged with human trafficking and child labour, and they are in police custody. The incident has triggered a debate on child labour, with the bishop seeking legal reforms to prevent children from being employed as domestic workers. Greece appears to be the worst affected as wildfires rage through the Balkans and southeastern Mediterranean. Thousands have been forced to flee as the wild blaze swallowed forests and grasslands in several parts of the country. There are reports that massive fires have reached the slopes of the Mount Parnitha National Park near Athens. The blaze has caused choking fumes across the capital region, forcing authorities to set up a hotline for residents experiencing breathing problems. Firefighters are working round the clock to keep the flames under control. On Saturday, Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis visited the headquarters of the fire department in Athens and expressed deep sadness for what is happening and promised support for victims. Meanwhile, European Union officials have blamed climate change for the unprecedented flare-ups during summer. Similar fires are also reported in southern Italy, as well as in Turkey. In the United States, special collections during Sunday Mass in July and August are sent to the Solidarity Fund for the Church in Africa. The annual collection is aimed at spreading the gospel in African countries. Praising Africa as a, quote, continent of enormous spiritual vitality, Cardinal Joseph Tobin of Newark said the donations help the Church's pastoral mission in Africa to deepen the faith of its people, evangelize its neighbours, strengthen its leadership and promote peace and justice. Even though last year's fund showed a decline because of the COVID-19 pandemic, it was sufficient to provide training in trauma counselling and human rights to 65 catechists from war-torn Cameroon. The generosity of US Catholics has also helped in expanding the efforts to protect minors and vulnerable adults from sexual exploitation in Burundi. The Solidarity Fund has also revitalised the teaching of religion in the Republic of Congo and helped organise Bible conferences in Zambia. A Catholic bishop in Spain has urged public institutions and religious organisations to address the issue of the spiralling number of suicides in the country. Bishop Juan Carlos Elizalde Espinal of Vitoria in the Basque Country said no effort should be spared in addressing the situation and taking a stand for life. In his homily during the solemn vespers in honour of Our Lady of the Snows on August the 4th, the prelate noted that many youths and adults come to a decision to end their lives, adding nevertheless that life is worth living and that Christ is the light in the face of darkness. The bishop urged families, the church, schools, companies and public institutions to work to provide help to those who are contemplating suicide and help them realise that God has a plan for them. According to official reports, more than 10 people end their lives in Spain daily. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.